Hey everyone, so it's been a while since I have filmed a video, but I do plan on um, filming a series of videos about my pregnancy story, my labor and delivery, and then just a general first few weeks. On Thursday, it will have been 3 weeks since I had my daughter. And I just wanted to film a video of baby essentials up to this point, what has gotten me through. And I mean, obvious things like diaper bag, bassinet, things like that, of course, you need. So I won't really be talking about those kinds of things. But these are going to be other things that some of them may be kind of obvious, some of them may not be. So this may give you a little bit an of ideas if you are having a baby shower or anything, or you just things you may not think about. So some of these things are strictly for mommy, some of them are for baby. So I will go ahead and get started. Um, So, the first thing I want to talk about, and all of these things are in no particular order, they're all pretty much of equal importance to me overall, and one is not more important over the other. I mean, I would definitely need to have all of these things, and I'm glad that I have had all these things. So, anyway, first things first, a baby sling. So this is mine. This is called a baby Catan or Catan, however you want to say it. This is one of those slings. I'm not going to put it on. You can look that up. It gives you instructions on your sling of how to put it on. I'm sure you can find videos on YouTube, but I got the one in the denim color, and I would really like to get another one just to have a backup. So, baby sling, this really comes in handy, especially when she is sleeping. She loves to sleep. I mean, if you think about it, your child has been asleep, has been inside you for 9 months. So, feeling that skin to skin, feeling right next to mom, hearing the heartbeat, feeling the warm skin really gives them comfort. And honestly, my daughter sleeps better when she is pressed up against me than any other time. So definitely baby sling. That's one of the better investments that I have made in my baby journey so far. Another thing that is an essential for me are cloth diapers. These things are amazing because they get the spit up better than anything else. I have a box of those little rags that are super, super long, and then I have the little bitty washcloths. They won't get a whole lot. And we use we've recently started using bibs a little bit, but honestly, cloth diapers, these are the best things. Um, they absorb great, and they're really good for getting any kind of spit up off of anything. Another thing is a changing pad, a little portable changing pad. This was given to me as a gift at one of my baby showers. And the cool thing about this one is I'm not really sure what the brand is on this. Well, there it is. It says Safe Fit. Um, so it velcros, and then here you can keep diapers and little wipies and stuff like that. It comes with little disposable bags, but honestly what I mostly use this for is this part. This is a little waterproof little cover, so when I go somewhere, if I go to the grocery store or if we go out and I end up having to use one of those little fold down changing tables, in the bathrooms. I set this down because the thought of setting my newborn child down on a piece of plastic that has probably had umpteen children on it scares the crap out of me. So I always be sure I bring this whenever I go to change her if we are out in public. In addition to that, I have my big zippered pouch, and if you have seen any of my 31 videos on my business page, you have seen this. This is the large zipper pouch, and this is what I keep a lot of changing essentials in. So let me show you what all this thing can hold. So I usually keep about 4 or 5 diapers in there, wipes, little jelly for her, and then I also have these portable little shampoo, lotion, and baby oil, just in case she spends, you know, a couple of hours somewhere and she happens to need a bath or something. I keep her little brush in here. We got this from the hospital. It's one of those little plastic ones that has the real fine tooth comb on it. Thermometer. Also got this at the hospital. And then I have a little tube of Desitin. So that is what all my little zipper pouch holds. And honestly, I have used this thing probably more than just about anything else in that I will show in this video, because honestly, during the night, we sleep in the living room right now during the night, and during the day, that's where we spend most of our time. Sometimes I go change her in the back on her changing table. The only time I ever really use the changing table is when I'm changing her clothes. So honestly, this thing is just much more convenient and easier. I just, you know, tote this anywhere and we'll change her on the couch or something. Okay, and then another thing that is an essential for me is our car seat canopy. So up here is what you attach to the handle of your car seat. And what this thing does is it just folds over your baby, so they are covered. They're not getting all of the wind on them or anything like that. And it also provides a really good shade, so if she's asleep or something like that, we'll keep her, you know, keep her in a little bit of darkness so the light doesn't wake her up. But I love this thing. We have kept this on the car seat ever since we pretty much ever since we brought her home. Okay, now inevitably I have left these last 3 essentials. These are mommy essentials, and then I'm going to talk about a few other things that I don't have on hand right now. But unfortunately, I was not able to take a breastfeeding class. I am nursing my child. And I know in theory it sounds like the easiest thing to do. I mean, you know, it sounds very, very simple, but there's a whole lot more that goes into it than what you would think. Getting her to latch was not really a problem for me. After the first feeding, she began to latch perfectly fine, and I do realize that not every woman is as lucky. But honestly, I would not have known anything about breastfeeding, and when I went into it, I was slightly nervous the first time feeding her, but it got a lot easier, and I think a lot of it is because of this book. This book was incredible. I read it cover to cover twice. It is the Keep It Simple Breastfeeding 3rd edition by Amy Spangler. And I actually got this when I signed up for the WIC program, Women, Infants, Children, through the health department. And they ask you a series of questions, and they ask if you're going to formula feed or breastfeed. And I told them I was breastfeeding, so they gave me this little backpack with all these different things in it, and this was one of them. And like I said, I read this cover to cover twice, and I don't think that I would have been able to do the breastfeeding or know kind of what to expect if I had not have read this book. Unfortunately, I had no access to a lactation consultant at the time, and I was unfortunately not able to take a breastfeeding class, so this book really gave me the 101 that I needed to know, let me know everything I needed to know about breastfeeding, and honestly, that is one of the best things that I had. Okay, let's see. Next thing is my breast pump. This has been my breast friend for ever since I got it. And I've only had it for a few days, but it has really been an amazing thing. Whenever you are really producing milk and you want to keep producing, it is a really good idea to pump. And I try to pump out about 4 to 5 ounces a day just to keep my milk up, keep it fresh for her, and also to let her dad and other people get to enjoy the bonding of being able to feed her. So this allows me to do it. And I got this from Walmart. It was 20 bucks. Manual pump. Yes, it takes a little bit of work, but this thing works like a charm. Can't say enough about it. It's really easy, portable. Yeah, it's only one, but honestly, the time that it takes to pump out what I need is very little time. So I would definitely buy another one of those. Now, hospital stuff. When you're coming out of the hospital, they do give you what my mom calls the banana boats, which is kind of funny, but that's exactly what they look like. They're the maternity pads, and if you didn't know this, you were going to bleed like a stuck pig. But once the maternity pads are gone, what do you use? Honestly, I had no shame, so I went and bought some, or I wasn't able to actually go to the store by the time I got done using the pads, so we got some of his family to go to the store for us, and they got me some adult diapers, and I wore those for my really bad bleeding period, and they worked like a dream. I didn't have to worry about going and changing a pad out every hour. I just changed the diaper out when I needed to, and it's not like you would think it is. You don't have the big saggy butt. You don't have all the big bunching everywhere. I mean, they fit really, really well. They fit smooth, just like regular underwear. They're comfortable. They aren't the most attractive things in the world, but you are recovering from having a child. So I did not care. I wanted to not mess up every single pair of underwear that I had, so that is what I opted to do. Ladies, do not be afraid to go buy some adult diapers, because I'm telling you, you will be really glad you did. And so there's a disclaimer there. Another thing that really, really helped, and this is like God's gift to woman during healing. If you have a natural childbirth, and I'm not talking about like no drugs, I'm talking about a natural vaginal delivery. This stuff here, amazing. I freaking love this stuff. It is a pain relieving spray. It relieves your pain and itching, moisturizes, soothes, and refreshes. And it's kind of cooling, so you just spray right on the area that is hurting, and it really helps with the pain. Honestly, that stuff got me through until I had no more pain down below, and I would definitely recommend getting a can of that. I've still got plenty left. I only used it when I needed it. I didn't like overspray or anything. It didn't cause me to have any irritation. There was nothing like that. It didn't cause me to have an infection. I know whenever you were cut and you have stitches, you are really scared to touch the area. You're scared to put anything on that area. You can't even submerge it in water. So, but don't worry about that stuff. It feels amazing. And then the last thing that I want to talk about that I don't have on hand is a heating pad. In the first few days of breastfeeding, you are not going to be producing, you're not going to be shooting milk out of your nipples or anything like that. So what I did to help kind of kickstart my whole, my milk production was to use a heating pad. And I probably used the heating pad for probably days 2 through 5, I would say, after I had my daughter. And it really, really helped so much. So I would definitely recommend getting a heating pad. Don't leave it on for a ridiculous amount of time. I probably left mine on for maybe 30 minutes to 45 minutes at a time. And it really helped with kickstarting my milk production. So that is my baby essentials. And this is, you know, every woman is different. These are what I have preferred, and I'm glad that I have. You may have other essentials, but this is just kind of my own opinion thing. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions or anything like that, please leave them down below, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.